Let's talk about Volt Inu. And more specifically, let's talk about the future of Volt Inu. Let's talk about Volti Change. Let's talk about the NFTs. Let's talk about the community. Let's talk about all the exchanges that Volt Inu has been listed on and will continue to get listed on. Let's talk about all that in this video. But first, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the Gate.io poll that happened this past week. Now, we don't know what happened. All we know is that Volt Inu had a lot of votes and it was decreased to a little votes. I'm not here to point fingers at Gate.io or point fingers at another community. I don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. But what I'm here to say is that what happened, happened. There's no changing it. So instead of attacking Gate.io and attacking other communities, what I'm going to do and what I recommend all of us do is move on. Move on. Move on from it. Because at the end of the day, we're not here. It's not us versus these tokens. It's not us versus these exchanges. We need to work together. And although we're not going to get listed on Gate.io today, which is fine, we still will. I do believe we still will get listed on Gate.io in the future. So I could make a video bashing Gate.io and bashing these communities. But guess what? Whatever is meant to happen is going to happen. And this already happened. So the Volt Army, we should move on. We should rise above, be positive, and understand that when our time is right to get listed on Gate.io, we will get listed on Gate.io. So I wanted to address the elephant in the room. You don't have to agree with it. Those are my thoughts. Now, let's move on to the meat and potatoes of this video. Volt Inu, 86,000 followers here on Twitter, verified on Twitter, growing community, NFTs already released, sold out NFTs, currently trading at a 0.25 E floor price, which is insane. Volt Inu will melt faces when the market turns around. This is my personal opinion. I tweeted this out yesterday. Why will it melt faces when the market turns around? Well, currently sitting at a $45 million market cap during a bear market, launched during a bear market, community over 60,000 members, strong community. I've talked to so many people, guys, and when they hear about the Volt Army, their jaw drops. They say, Jake, that is one of the strongest communities in the DeFi space. No one can deny that. Not one person on here can. Sure, there's other communities that might be stronger, right? They might be bigger. But it's definitely in the top 5. And no one in the crypto space can deny that. So the community is the strength of the token. I truly believe that. Yes, you have Voltoshi, the developer, who's out there making plays happen, getting on exchanges, making partnerships happen. Yes, he's important. He's very important. He's actually vital to the organization. But the community is the strength of this token. Number one, the community, the strength. They will melt faces when the market turns around. I believe that. Like I said, you don't have to believe it. That's my personal thoughts. There's so many utilities coming from Volt Inu that have already been released, right? We understand Volti Change, a decentralized platform. We understand Volti Change, multi-chain for all of these tokens that have multi-chain. We understand Volti Change, free to list on. I've talked to so many people that say, Jake, we're getting listed on Volti Change. Almost as a rite of passage. It's now a rite of passage in the DeFi space. Jake, we're getting listed on Volti Change. That makes us this much more credible. We love to see that. It's a stepping stone for tokens in DeFi in order to make themselves more credible. Now, VoltiSoft is something that we haven't heard much about, but we understand that that is in development as well. Just think of it like this. You have your NFTs. You have Volti Change, which is going to be a huge decentralized exchange. And above that, in the umbrella, is VoltiSoft. We don't know exactly what it's going to be, but it's going to be developed. And I made a video earlier this week, kind of talking to the Volt development team, right? A message saying, hey, take your time. Cardano has been out for 5+ years, hasn't even released their product. Take your time. No one's in a rush. The Volt Army's not in a rush. Take your time, because at the end of the day, results speaks for themselves, and true development speaks for itself as well. I mentioned the NFTs, guys. NFTs, I don't know, about 15 of these things right here. Haven't sold a single one. Diamond handing all the way. 0.26 floor price. Name another project that's launched during the bear market that has an NFT floor price of $500. There's not many that have. There's not many that have. So the fact that they're at 0.26 during a bear market, I do expect these things to rise in value. And hopefully we see a multi-ETH floor price at some point here during the bear market. Current price, $35 million market cap for Volt Inu, hovering in that 7,756 range as we speak. So the future is bright. I see a lot of things going on in the Telegram and Twitter, and I see it all. I see it all. Addressing the Gate.io stuff, and hey, I had to address the elephant in the room. We're not getting listed now, but we will get listed at some point, and I think it's important for us, instead of to attack, to rise above, be positive, understand. When it's time for Volt to get listed on Gate.io, we will get listed on Gate.io. The future is bright for Volt Inu. Strong community. Utilities have already been delivered. Utilities are coming. Major partnerships have already been signed. And Some big things are on the way. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments, and we will see you all on the next episode. Thanks so much, everybody.